5 negotiating tips when buying a car at the dealership. Number 1, if the dealership provides a Carfax on the vehicle, I would do a thorough inspection of that Carfax and make sure the services have been up to date. And then also, when you go and test drive the vehicle, I would do a thorough inspection of the vehicle in person, walk around it, check the brakes, check brake pad wear, check tire wear, look throughout the interior and make sure there's no interior bits missing. So when it comes down to the numbers and you sit down with the finance manager or whoever, you have some negotiation leeway in your back pocket. Say the tires are worn down, or it needs new brake pads, or the service record shows that something was not done. You can pull this out and say, well, I would like a $500 discount unless you guys are willing to put new tires on it for free. Number 2, when you go and test drive this vehicle you're looking at, you may be very excited because this is the one you want. This is your dream car or whatever. But I would recommend when you get back to the dealership, don't act super excited around the sales manager. Kind of just act like you're not sure. When a sales rep sees a very excited customer come back from a test drive, this kind of is like open door for them when they see that. And to them, you may be ready and willing to sign paperwork right now and take that brand new car home, and you're not going to care quite as much about the numbers. So try and approach it with a cautious attitude when you come back from that test drive. You may be very excited inside, but just kind of act a little bit skeptical on the outside. Number 3, most dealerships make a good chunk of their money on your trade in. That's why when you go to dealerships and get a quote on your trade in, the number is usually pretty low. So I recommend people, if they want to get a little bit more money for their trade in, say, okay, that number is fine for this trade in, but I want you to take $8,000 off the new car I'm buying. You may be super pumped to get your new car, and that's very understandable, but you should not just green light all the numbers they lay out in front of you. If they give you a very low number for your trade in, you should either walk away or you should tell them, I'm not going to go through with this deal unless you take $1,000 to $2,000 off the new vehicle price. Number 4, you may know what you're doing when you go into the dealership, and that's great, but I just recommend don't be a moron. These salespeople, most of them are very professional, and it's not like it used to be 30, 40, 50 years ago where they kind of were trying to scam you and they're pretty snaky. A lot of them are very transparent, they're very professional and polite. So it's important to reflect that when you go in there and try and buy a car. Don't go in there saying, huffing and puffing like you know everything, but just be nice, be polite. If you don't like what they say, you can still be polite and walk away. They're more likely to give a discount or a good deal to a customer who is being nice and polite to them rather than rude to them. Number 5, I always recommend when you go on the test drive to bring somebody with you to sit in the passenger seat up front. And while you're driving the vehicle and seeing how it performs, that other person can be going through everything inside and making sure everything is functional and working as it should, like the lights, the entertainment system, the speakers, everything. Go through everything and make sure nothing is broken or not working properly. This is important before you purchase a vehicle to know that everything you're paying for is working as it should.